Salut YouTube, and Sophie here, welcome back. Today's video is going to be my update for Project Yarnathon. It was created by Andrea from the channel Pretty as a Peacock. I will link her channel down below. And basically in this project, the goal is to knit or crochet the length of a marathon. So this is going to be a little bit different from usual because I kinda vlogged a part of this update because I finished this scarf. This is a long scarf, not that long actually, but I finished knitting the scarf, which I planned to give to my mother for her birthday. So this is it, and I'm going to show you how I ended up with this. It's 2:24 in the morning. I'm watching Ruth. Please excuse the mess, but I just finished the scarf for my mom. But as you can see, I hope you can see, it's kind of dark. It's rolling, so I will have to find a way to block it. But right now I'm going to bed. Okay, so this is the next day. We are in my bathroom. Hopefully my voice is not too muffled. This is my last day of isolation. Well, it should be, yes. I think I'm gonna stay a little bit longer in my room, but my mom is not here, so I have access to the rest of the apartment. And since this morning, I've watched a few videos about the blogging method, and we are going to try, I don't know how it's called, but I'm going to submerge the scarf, let it like absorb all of the water. Then I'm going to get it here to the washing machine, just to get most of the water out. And yeah, and here this is a fitness mat, which as you can see is brand new, because of course I don't have everything to block, and I don't intend on having any, so I'm going to use that. I bought it last year, but I bought it just before I hurt my neck, so I've never used it, and I guess I'm not going to use it for fitness first, but to block a scarf. Anyway, let me show you a close look on my scarf. As you can see, it's rolling, and I've looked at why, and that's because this is mostly, I think I forgot, this is it's mostly stockinette stitch. I don't remember. I will write it on the screen, and this is the stitch that just roll. This is in its nature. So I think I'm gonna, well, first of all, close this, get the water out. They said you can get in the water a little bit of softener, so we're going to do just that. So I guess I'm gonna let it sit. Okay, so it's been an hour, and I guess my sink isn't properly sealed because all of the water is gone. I'm just gonna rinse the scarf just a little bit. So that went way faster than I thought. But as you can see, maybe my hair is out. I need to wash it, and I need to wash it before my mom comes home. So we'll have to wait for a bit. I think it's gonna work. I think I'm gonna ruin this mat as well, but let's see. So I stole these from my mom. These are well, I don't know the word. Little pins. And yeah, let's go. Okay, so I'm done. Let me tell you, I'm glad I put this on this fitness mat. It's extra thick, and oh my god, it definitely felt like a workout to pin this on, and my knees were grateful for this thickness. Now that it's flat, I feel like I can see my mistakes more because it's flatter, like here, here, here. Anyway, we'll have to see in a few days how it goes, how it looks. So as you just saw, I had to block the scarf because even though they said it wouldn't roll on itself, it would be a flat pattern, it was not actually. So because I wanted for my scarf to stay flat, I had to search a lot on how to block. I actually searched in French because I wanted to be sure that I wouldn't ruin the scarf. And let's see, does it still roll? And the answer is yes, not as much, but I don't know if you can see it, it still does roll. And when I search how to block, I went on the channel Les Triconautes, which is a French knitting channel, and she said basically that if the pattern is mostly made of stockinette stitch, it's going to roll, and this is the case here. So as you saw in the previous clips, I made some mistakes on this scarf, but I'm sure it won't bother my mother because she's my mother. This is the stitch, and it's called the diagonal flake stitch pattern. I followed the tutorial of So Woolly. I will link her tutorial in my description box. And in the end, knitting this whole scarf, I knitted 4.5 balls of yarn, which means that I knitted 306 meters of yarn. I forgot to say at the beginning that I actually don't have that much yarn. The main goal of me participating in this project is to finally knit the scarf that I started in high school, that I started over I think 3 times in total, and right now it's completely like not knitted at all. I started over 2 updates ago and I still don't know which pattern I want, so it's still in the ball of yarn state. Anyway, this is the scarf. Then I decided to knit a second scarf. This is a black scarf. You're not going to be able to see that well. I won't be able to see the I won't be able to tell you the pattern either because I followed like a French tutorial. I've had this yarn for years, like everything else. At the beginning I bought this yarn because one of my cousin, I think, saw me knit. I don't remember for which occasion, and he said that it was cool, and I said that I would knit him a scarf, which is why I bought two yarns like this from the brand Fil d'Art. This is the yarn Fil Balthazar. Don't know how to say it the English way, so French way, Fil Balthazar. And because this is a pretty big yarn, a pretty thick yarn, I decided that I'm on a roll and this is pretty quick to knit. It's supposed to, at least. This is a big yarn. I'm going to start it then after my mom's scarf. And by the way, I'm going to stumble over my words. First of all, I have notes because I need the vocabulary, and also I just want to cough so much. It's complicated. But anyway, I decided to start this scarf, and I wanted to knit something simple, not a complicated stitch. It's a row of knit stitch and then a row of purl and knit and purl and knit. This is the pattern. It's pretty simple. I have, I think, 42 stitches on this needle. I started with 41, but then I wanted like an edge. Oh, I don't remember the name, but I think you know what I mean. Like, I wanted a pretty edge, so I added a stitch. And you know what? I hate this yarn. I hate this yarn. I did not realize it until then because all of my yarn is from Fil d'Art, but I've always bought kinda great quality yarn, and I'm pretty sure this one was pretty cheap. And this is scratchy. It's not soft. It sheds like a dog. I don't like this yarn, and my problem is this is how much I have now, and this is actually the end of the yarn. I only have this done. I only have this left, and because I really hate this yarn, I thought I would knit the scarf and give it to, well, someone in need, but this is like, I don't know, 40 to 50 centimeters long. So this is going to be 40 to 50 centimeters long as well. This is not long enough for a scarf. So I'm gonna start over. So I will first of all have a proper number of stitch, and I will make it thinner so it can be longer, and it's going to be a proper length for a scarf. So that's it for the second scarf. Also, when I started this yarn, I grabbed the needles that I bought just for it, and these are size 9. I realized that this yarn is supposed to be knitted with needles size 8, and I'm sure I asked the sale assistant for help. She gave me size 9. Here it also says size 7 to 8, so I don't know. Either way, I'm not gonna buy other needles, that's for sure, just to knit this scarf. So I guess I'm gonna knit it with size 9, but it's not too bad. It's not too loose, I think. I also decided to start this scarf because It's strange, but I was overseeing my needles size 6. The scarf for my mom is size 6. My scarf is size 6. For now, I just don't want to see it, which is also why I started this scarf. Now that's it for knitting. Now let's talk about crochet. I am a knitter. I said it in my intro, I think. My mom is a crocheter, so it's always been there that I want to crochet, but I guess high school made me learn how to how to knit. So I decided to do a little bit more researches about crochet. I found a lot of tutorials, etc. A few tutorials on how to do some pieces, and I will show you what I've done. I think I tossed one thing, but yeah, let's talk about what I did. So yes, I had this piece of yarn, which is originally from the scarf that I won. This is the red yarn, and this is I think the single crochet. Well, it's made out of single crochet, and I think you will be able to see that it's not a perfect rectangle. I seem to always miss a stitch. It's, I don't know, I only missed one, which is progress, because it's almost like I missed a stitch every row, but I only missed it once. What helped me, and I think it helps a lot of people who are starting to learn how to crochet, I what's called, I count when I crochet, but I have to have memorized the movement well enough to be able to count. If not, I can't do it. But even counting, I missed a stitch. I don't know how, but this is my best sample so far. I don't think you're going to be able to see because this is in white. So this is yarn size 6. My crochets are size 5, and this yarn is size 4, 3, 3.5, I think. And again, I'm not sure you're going to be able to see a lot of things, but I actually I don't know, train myself to crochet in a smaller yarn. The results are mediocre, I think. Here I tried the stitch for which are needed for, I don't know, like neck warmer, snoods or snoodies. I don't know. We are calling them snood, but I saw snoodies on English tutorials. Like, you know, it's elastic. This is here that I tried because I want to try to make I think it's called either a neck warmer or a cowl, not sure, but I will talk about it later. I have other things to show you. Well, the tutorial, I will link it, but the tutorial is in English, but for some reason everything is in French. I have like the name of the chapter is in French, the description box is in French, but she's talking in English, so I think these are booties. And this is what I have left from the yarn for my mother's scarf, and I just did like a miniature boot, and I think it only used single crochets, so I think I'm gonna make boots. Next, like I said, my mom is a crocheter, and I've pretty much always seen three ball of yarn. I think it's yarn. It's for crochet. It's really thin yarn. I've always seen these three balls of yarn in how is it called? In the living room. In the living room, and she has 3 or 4 maybe, and she also has these pretty small crochets. Let me compare it. So on top is, it's actually size 2.5, and on the bottom it's my crochet, the one that I bought, it's size 5. I have this yarn which I don't use, and because this is thinner than this yarn, I thought I would try to knit something with my mother's crochet, and I knitted this mini sample just to see if it was possible. And again, I think it's yes, it's single crochets, I think, and again I missed one stitch. It's I don't know, it's super hard. Also, for the past 2 maybe 3 days, I finally understood that the slip knot that you do at the beginning is not a stitch. I didn't know that. I didn't understand that, because when you are knitting, the slip knot is a stitch. So I just assumed, but it's not. So maybe now I will stop missing a stitch. Anyway, like I said, I want to crochet a neck warmer. This is a winter sweater, but it's pretty open here, especially when you don't have, you know, something to cover your neck. So I have a few of them, and I think a neck warmer is going to be pretty useful, but one that goes down here as well, maybe just around here or flat until the chest area. I still don't know yet, but I have found, well, a few tutorials, but I have found from Hooks and Needles, I will also link her channel down below, her actual tutorial. I have found a tutorial, her tutorial called Crochet Turtleneck Hoodie, which has at the same time a turtleneck and a hoodie. And hoodies are my best friends in the winter. I cannot stand to be without them in the winter. I'm always cold without them. And if I could mix, I think it's too advanced for me because I'm still a beginner, but if I could, you know, mix this turtleneck hoodie, I found a few tutorials, and you know, something that goes down, it would be the perfect everyday piece to add to, well, every look basically. But for now, I have to train and do samples again and again and again, because basically apart from single crochet and half double crochet, I cannot do anything else. I still think I will do this booties, I don't know, because the tutorial was really simple and kinda like it. Also, I forgot, oh my god, this is not organized at all, even though I have my notes. I forgot to say that the tutorial for this boot is by Diving Ducks Crochets, and I just noticed, because I've been watching another beginner video from the Crochet Crowds, Mikey, I just noticed that, I noticed it on another video, not by him, that somehow you are not wrapping your yarn on like the same way during the stitch, especially for like double double crochet and longer stitches. It's like you're doing one way, the other way, and the other way or something. I don't know. It's so strange. I'm pretty sure I'm wrapping my yarn the same way each time. Maybe that's why it's not working. Anyway, I think I've talked about everything. Yeah, so I think I talked about everything. So basically I finished one project thanks to COVID. I will redo this one, not as large, and I think I will finish it pretty fast because that piece, I think it was like 5 hours of work, and I'm going to train again and again for crochet. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out the hashtag, as well as every single link that I will leave in my description box. Check out the tutorials if you're interested, the channels of the tutorials, obviously Andrea, and yeah, I will see you in my next one. Bye.